I'm sure you can share it with the other mga Filipinas, mga Filipino wives natin na nandun din sa ibang bansa. Ikaw naman, anong pwede mong ma-share sa lahat, yung challenge mo as a wife of an Australian, lalo na sa Australia na, correct me if I'm wrong, pero iba ang kami na-experience din namin, iba yung treatment nila sa mga Asians, specifically sa mga Filipinos. Ikaw ba, may mga experience na naranasan mo rin yan? And, sige, ano muna, kasi ang dami ko sa sunod-sunod na tanong sa'yo. Yun po muna.
So far, you know, since Josh and I have met, like, you know, one of the challenges is just like, you know, kasi iba yung culture nila. And iba ang culture natin. Since getting married, iba talaga, like, you know, iba talaga, food pa lang iba na. Tapos, but you know, Josh is very nice kasi, like, he's Christian, kaya sobrang smooth ng transition ng namin, ng marriage namin. Like,
siya yung nag-adjust most of the time?
Sorry?
Siya yung nag-adjust palagi?
Oo, siya. Kaya, kasi ang bait-bait niya, like, you know, ako pa yung hindi masyadong Christian talaga. Tapos siya, nahiya ako sa kanya.
Ingat-ingat siya, hindi masyadong.
Ikaw yung maldita, gano'n.
Oo, siya ano talaga, yung sobra. At totoo, huwag kayong totoo, pero totoo, nung nagdi-date kaming dalawa, like, he would always read a Bible verse sa akin. Kaya, totoo! Tumatawa na pero totoo. Kasi yung nanay at saka tatay na, although they were like, so, because his dad was, he's a retired police officer, and then his mom is, she used to be nurse and midwife. But then, prior to those careers that they had, they used to be like church ministers. They have pastor pa. So, kaya si Josh, he grew up in a, like, you know, very tight na family na Christian talaga. Kaya I think yun din yung biggest adjustment sa marriage namin. Because I'm Catholic, tapos sila Salvation Army, so I had to, like, you know, kasi ang ganda din ng ang ganda ng beliefs nila. So, pumunta ako sa kanila. So yun. And then pangalawan, we had already, so I've never shared this one to anyone, but then, so we had Nemo and Jet, right? So now that Nemo is in kindergarten, he is in grade 1 na. Pero before, when he was starting school, kasi iba, nung nasa preschool siya, tapos konti lang kasi yung sa school na pinuntahan niya, konti lang ba ang Asians doon. And then Nemo would come home, telling me that, oh, Mama, they won't play with me because I have like little eyes. Kasi yung eyes niya super little, pero parang Korean kasi siya. Kaya they would always like say that, like, you know, even now, like, you know, everyone is playing, but then they're not playing with him. Kaya ang sakit ng ang sakit ng loob. Kaya I try. In-explain ko talaga siya na, like, you know, ina-explain ko siya na talaga na ang hirap pero minsan yung umiyak ako nung sinasabi ko sa kanya, umiyak ako sa toilet kasi na-hurt talaga ako nung pinaka-first na sinabi niya, na siya kindergarten no. Ayaw nila pero sabi ko sa kanya, I think may mga tao talaga na na ganun, pero you just have to be like, even though they're not very nice, you still have to like show them that you're very nice. Otherwise, like, if you're not nice, then it's walang mangyayari. Naiintindihan naman niya na like, you know, so ngayon ini-ignore na lang, hindi, mas konti na ngayon kasi I think nag-mature na yung ibang mga kids, pero noon talaga nung kindergarten siya, ganun ang nangyari. Kaya lagi ko pa rin sinasabi sa kanila, even Jet now, like, I would always tell both of them na you, like, maraming differences, like, we all have different colors pa, we all have different, pati sa hair color yan, kasi black na black ang hair ni Nemo, may mga kaklase siyang blonde. Like, you know, he is like the different sa group nila. Kaya minsan sinasabi ko na kahit ganon pa din, we are all the same, like, you know. Kaya alam din niya ang difference ng Filipino. Ayan, si Jen, alam niya, oh, I'm half Filipino, I'm half Australian. Of course, I have. alam niya yung difference ba na, for may mga kaklase din siya na half what, like, maybe like half Indian and half Australian. Ngayon, parang mas naging aware, hindi ko in-expect na magiging aware sila sa at early age. Akala ko, dumating sa point din na, nung buntis ako, sabi ko, siguro naman hindi walang racism na mangyayari kapag mga bata pa sila. Hindi ko in-expect talaga na at Nemo was 5 years old. I was explaining him between the race and the colors and everything. Kaya I think yun yung biggest challenge ko so far sa pagiging Filipina and then marrying.
Pero ang religion mo ngayon, Salvation Army.
Yes. Although I didn't convert legally, I'm still in by the birth certificate, I'm still like Catholic. But then by practice, I'd
Okay.
be Salvation Army.
Oo. Pero sa mga friends, kumusta yung mga Australian friends mo with those beauty derm endorsements mo?
Medyo
Kamusta
sila, medyo kasi sa Australia, marami din nagpapang-picture sa Australia. Like, punta kami sa mall na ganyan, tapos kasama ko, my bestie is Italian, and then half Maltese and half Australian. So, dalawa sila. So, yeah, Maltese. So, ano pangalan yan? So, dalawa sila. Minsan kapag naglalakad kaming tatlo, may mga nagpapapicture, tapos yung sa kanila, kilala ko siya bago sila naging content curator, mas talo kayo. Ganun nilang dalawa. But they understand it so much na yung nangyayari sa
Alam nila celebrity ka.
Hindi hindi celebrity. Pero alam nila yung nangyayari, kaya very, very happy naman sila. Kaya actually, I gave them beauty derm products, the one that you gave me last time.
And they're using it?
Yeah, they're using it now.
Okay.
I think their favorite is the cleansing one.
Oo.
Kaya,
Last na lang, Ms. Geraldine. Ano yung Pinoy traits or pagka-Pinoy na share mo at dala-dala ng mga anak mo?
I think actually marami silang alam na Filipino traits. For pinaka-first, like you can't bring your slippers inside your house. Because Joshua's friends he doesn't have Filipino friends na close. They would always bring their shoes inside, and Jet was like, "Excuse me, you can't bring your slippers inside. Mama is going to be very angry." Ako daw. Ganun siya. Tapos minsan na-enviar na yung mother-in-law ko kasi dinadala niya yung slippers niya. Sabi niya, "Granny, you can't bring your slippers. Mama's gonna be very, very angry." Ganun siya. Tapos alam nila yung I think nakita nila yung difference kasi if you're here in the Philippines, you would be calling all the older people like ate or kuya or auntie and uncle, right? And then, whereas when you're in Australia, my friends, my kids would call them Jessica or Candice because they're there were like a time na sinabi nila sa akin like why do I call them by their first name, tapos kapag yung my family we have to call them tita or tito or ate or kuya, pati nga yung mga pinsan ko ate or kuya. Tapos ngayon nang nangyayari kasi tinatawag ko silang Maymay or Ayel or Ryan, tinatawag din nila na Ayel, yung the same thing. Tapos I keep on like telling them you have to, but why? Ang hirap ng sagutin ang why nila. Kaya pero they know, all my family, my uncles and uncles, they would call them lolo and lola. Kaya, pero pag nandun sa Australia, parang back to normal sila, pala, Rose pala ang pangalan niya. Ganon. At saka marami silang they would also like talk Ilocano. Mostly I'm Ilocano kasi, and then my mom would be old. So, marami silang alam na Ilocano. Kaya...
Thank you, Tito Gorgie. Ayan. Papakanta na ako ng Every Color.
Yung literal na mga gumagamit din abroad, ay mga Pinoy din talaga, mami. Kaya talagang created din talaga ang beauty derm sa Asian skin ko talaga. Kaya yung mga, kunwari, yung retinol natin, 1% lang. Even nga yung blank set natin, parang 1% lang yung hydroquinone. Doon ako lagi sa safe side para hindi nasisira yung skin din natin talaga. At akmang-akma para sa Asian skin. Ganon. So usually naman kahit sa Australia, panay Pinoy din naman. At sa Singapore, nadadagdagan ng mga Malaysian, di ba, May? Yung mga Singaporean na medyo kinikilig tayo kasi tinatangkilik na rin ang produktong Pinoy. Yun.
Yun na nga, paano syempre may mga fans si Ma'am Geraldine ng mga Australian.
Gagamitin yung kanyang powers, for sure.
Actually, kanina nagbabasa ako ng mga comments habang nasa standby area kami. Nagbabasa ako ng mga comments ng mga ko. Oh, we can't wait. Akala nila kasi Garnier, tao. Ito yung mga nagko-comment ng mga ng mga Australians or kaya mga taga-USA. Nagko-comment sila na ganyan. Tapos sabi they cannot wait to try it because they've been like really like wanting to know what my skincare routine is. Like matagal na, like months na kaya I can't wait na to let them know.
Sige, reseller kami ni Ma'am Geraldine. Reseller.
Reseller.
And ngayong endorser ka na rin, Ma'am Geraldine. Gaano ka kahandang ipakilala sa mga fans mo sa Australia itong Beautyderm? And syempre may kakaibang feedback din sa mga kababayan mo sa Ifugao. Ano ba yung sino ba yung mas madaling i-please?
Sino mas madaling i-please? I actually don't know kung sino kasi basing sa sa knowledge ko, sa audience ko, they're very supportive kasi there's like not very much negative feedback ba. For example, I would do something like I would do a product there. I think talagang they support kasi like I can't. So I don't know sino ang na-please na mas madali. Kasi both Australians or Filipinos or sa Ifugao, they're very supportive na support kaya.
So far ba ilang million ang followers mo sa iyong social media account?
Hindi ko pa alam. I think on Facebook, do we have
2.9. 2.9 on Facebook, I
Oh,
think.
2.9.
2.5 on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then ang views niya, millions.
I know.
Per
Na-touch talaga ako kasi magmula nung pag-uwi namin nung April, ang dami like millions. Like 2 days ago, we had like what? 25 million ang videos, ang isang video namin ni Jet na dalawa. Sabi ko, wow, amazing ang support ng mga Filipinos. Like, I know. Kasi makikita mo yung insights kung where was it viewed the most. And then I can see that it's mainly sa Philippines ang Facebook. Pati sa Instagram, it's still international. Pero pa din doon, like, ang views pa din doon is like kakaiba. Ibang-iba talaga. Kaya hindi ko alam kung anong nangyayari kasi lahat ng post ko, support talaga yung mga Filipino, kaya and
Overwhelmed.
yeah, kaya sabi ko, ang galing talaga.
And yun na nga, public figure ka na, syempre yung buong family mo, yung life nyo, exposed sa social media. Hindi ka ba natatakot na yung security ng family mo, di ba, minsan nababash or paano mo inihanda yung sarili mo sa ganon?
Kasi for example, mga sa comments pa lang may mga may mga sa comments sa social media may mga may mga bad comments na. Ko na lang like I used to take it personally until Josh last year nasasaktan talaga ako. Alam mo yung nade-demonetize ako na what do you call this one to post. Pero Josh was like, they don't even know you personally. Like, they don't even know if what you're posting is real or not. Like, if it's just relatable. It's not even our marriage. It's just like, pinoportray lang namin yung kung anong nangyayari ba. Yung mga it's stereotype. Hindi pangalan yan? Hindi totoo. Kaya, kapag ikaw yung, sabi niya, like, if I take it personally, then ako talaga yung matatalo. Kaya doon ko na na-realize na, oh yes, that's right. Like, kaya last year, kaya ang dami ko ng post last year, kaya doon talaga nag-boom yung mga social media namin. When I started posting, like, consistent ang post namin. Kaya Tapos marami pa rin bashers, pero I just ignore na. Tapos like, the security, of course, I worry it so much. Kaya sometimes we inject these guys, pero nakikita pa din kami. Tapos, I'm always with my family. Like, every time we go here sa Philippines, I would always do, I know they're my security. Diba yan? So, kaya, I'm fine with it.